Welcome to another edition of Friday at 420. I'm Mike Neighbors, your host for the next 40 minutes as we bring in some local comedic characters and get them to see if they can't make you laugh. Joining us, as usual, around the round table for Friday at 420, Mr. Patrick Capolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Patrick. Buongiorno. Also, as usual, sitting right next to him, his right, my left, it's Manolo Santanos.
Tikanis.
Take a knee.
Tikani.
Take a knee. Good to see you, Manolis.
Good to see you too,
Yeah,
dude.
you doing well?
Yeah, I'm just. This is where I feel alive.
This is alive?
Yeah.
This is where I feel alive. Excellent. And joining us for a second time, so they must have had fun the first time they were here. It is the stars of the TV show Cork Screwed, Ralph de Groot and Pat Gagliardi. How are you guys doing?
We're good. It's good to be back.
Oh, hola. Nice. Hola. It is great to have you back. And since the last time we got together and you told us all about the show Cork Screwed, I haven't seen it. And
Thanks for that.
Stop the show. Stop the show. Let's get a TV in here.
It was horrifically embarrassing because you guys were like, hey, have you seen the show? And I go, no. And you go, oh, you probably don't have 5 TV. And I go, no, I do. So that was
funny from your perspective.
That was hilarious. Tell me, because we're going to talk a little bit about Cork Screwed later in the program. We'll get another little deep dive because you guys just got another deal for another season of Cork Screwed.
We got a deal for season 2 with twice as many episodes. So we're doing 10 more episodes this year. Pretty excited.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And you do it in wine country, and it's just couple of stumbling bums learning about wine.
Easy does it.
We haven't heard that description yet, but we like to consider ourselves scientists.
Okay. Hey, stumbling bum scientists. Tomato.
It's just the jacket.
Let's talk, though, about the 5 thing, because I think that was interesting, because we had this discussion, the 5 channel, because that's one of the things you guys are trying to, it's like, hey, watch our show, and they're like, the 5 channel, and people are like, what? The what? 5, when you have 5 TV, there's a channel of programs that are available on a 5 channel, right?
Yeah, well, when you click onto the channel, it's more than a channel. You open that up, and it's like Pandora's box.
Okay,
There's all kinds of programming there. So,
Excellent.
Yeah.
And
Not
that's
to be confused with Latin Lover. That's another channel.
That's a totally other channel. That's
Other
the one.
channel completely.
That's the one you have to pay for, isn't it? And Cork Screwed can be found there.
Yeah, so go to Channel 1, 5 TV, and search in food or what?
There's an app too. If you have 5 TV, it's easy.
Oh, right.
It's right on the remote control.
Oh.
You push the 5 TV button. Can't get any easier than that.
There are so many ways for me to watch it.
There's so many ways.
What's the matter with you?
Do you have to be drinking wine when you watch the show?
No, but halfway
recommended.
through, you'll probably want to. So just prepare yourself.
You'll want to get Cork Screwed.
Yeah, you'll want it.
Ralph and Pat, it's great for you to join us in the studio again, and continued success with Cork Screwed. We'll talk a little more about what you're going to see on the upcoming season of Cork Screwed. But first, we got to start playing our game, boys. So, we got we have the Plinko board out. Ralph has been gifted the first Plinko disc. And in my hand are 12 envelopes with 12 random topics, and whatever number you get will be the corresponding topic that you will have to speak on. Go!
Can you do the noise every time it lands on a number?
That's Pat, and one of his many talents.
I got a number 4.
You got a number 4. Excellent.
That was amazing.
All right. Number 4, our first topic for Friday at 420 this go-round. Ooh. Kind of a Christmassy topic since it is the Christmas season when we're recording this. All right, Ralph, favorite toy as a kid? What was your favorite? First thing that comes to mind.
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels?
Hot Wheels.
Because they were hot.
Oh, yeah. I still like Hot Wheels.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Do you have was there one that pops out, or one or two from your collection that you remember? Oh, that was like the go-to car.
You know what? I don't want to belabor this, but true story. I had a gold Trans Am Hot Wheels. Had a party at my house. It went missing, and just this year, I was telling my stepdaughter I lost this toy. She had lost something, and I said I experienced that. I never got it back. For my birthday, she went on eBay with her mom and got me a gold Hot Wheels Trans Am.
Oh,
so I got it back.
I've seen it. You showed it to me.
I did. I showed it to Manolis was over at the house. Sorry, Mike, you're not invited. But
that-
Manolis was over at the house.
I gotta watch the show.
And I showed him the gold Trans Am and told him
That
the
is
story.
cool.
How great is that?
I remember I had a Batmobile, and that was my
Yeah.
favorite Hot Wheel car. Was the Batmobile?
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
now I have it. It sits on the shelf above my desk, and I look at it every day. And
That
I
is
remember that dreams don't die.
no, you just gotta wait for your kid to learn how to use eBay.
Yeah, exactly.
Patrick. Not Patrick.
Yes.
Pat. I'm going to go
Wait,
Pat.
who is who?
He's Patrick.
Yeah.
He's Patrick Capolino.
You're Patrick,
You're
I'm
Pat.
Pat.
Gagliardi. Pat.
Two Italian pats.
Yes, exactly.
Double patty chicken parmesan.
Yeah, with two patties and a Manolis bun. Pat, favorite toy as a kid?
Definitely Legos.
Legos. Oh, you
Can
love
build my own reality.
Didn't like the reality.
Didn't like the one I was in. I built a totally new one.
Legos were cool.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Got the
Now-
different kinds and the different...
You're not that old a fella, but I'm guessing when you got Legos, it was just like a bag of Legos. Now it comes in, it's a
yeah.
starship. It's
Now it's preloaded.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
know,
be
yeah, it's
imaginative,
like
but build a
pre-designed.
starship, and here's the instructions.
yeah.
When I got him, it was like, here's a bunch of red pieces and corner pieces. Go.
Figure something out.
Yeah.
All right. Lego, very cool. Manolis, favorite toy as a kid?
I got for Christmas. My dad got me aftermarket Barbie doll. It was
Aftermarket, even better.
it wasn't a real Barbie, and it had no clothes, and it was in a plastic whatever casing or whatever. And it's like, but his friend at work, oh, you have two girls? No, I have two boys. Oh, give them this.
It
And
wasn't
like,
Ken, it was Ben.
I'm like, what am I? And I'm like, I was a kid. Like, I was that age where I'm like, I want a toy. I want something fun to play. I'm like, what is this? I go, it's a doll. I'm like, why do I want this? That was actually
That
the
is
worst.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
When you first started, I thought, oh, God, he's going to tell the unicycle story again. So thank God you went with the, I got a Barbie.
I know.
And
what
then,
is that?
and then the air. Yeah, did you ever get the air punching bag things? Like
Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Well, no. It was like boxing gloves, but you blew them
You
up.
blew them up?
so you could punch
Big
each other.
boppers.
So the problem, me and my brother had them, but we broke them, but we wouldn't stop using them. So eventually, we're just punching each other for real.
They didn't
'Cause
hold
most of the
air anymore.
Yeah.
That explains your eye.
I had the Big Boppers, and I had my brother was 4 years younger than me,
Right.
and I don't know how old I was. So let's say I'm 10, so he's like 6, and I'm also super tall, and he's just regular size. So I've got this really long reach. Well, even with the air in him, he was just like stand there, Paul, bam, and come on, get up. It was like it was damaging. I don't know why my parents did that. Favorite toy, Patrick Capolino?
I think they were called creepy crawlers. It was like the boys' easy bake oven.
Oh,
Where you
yeah.
would bake up the
You they have like these metal trays with little like insect shaped things, and
Yes, and
you
put
fill
the
it with the goo,
in.
yeah, and then you bake it. Looking back, it was probably very dangerous. It was like that got really
The
hot.
light bulb in there.
Yeah.
But that would explain your culinary interest.
Well,
Hey,
maybe.
That was the first.
I haven't cooked bugs yet, but maybe.
Well, I don't know. I've never had one of your meals.
Where you weren't allowed to consume those.
No, but I think that's what was an issue with
Why
those
they got
because,
pulled off the
because
market?
they look like candy when you're done with them.
Yeah.
And it comes because the easy bake oven you get to
Well,
eat.
maybe you did eat it, and that explains more than.
Yeah, I know. I might have.
That explains
that's
a lot.
My most memorable toy as a kid.
Pat Gagliardi.
Si, senor.
Yes, go over there and plinko me, man.
All right, here
All
we
right,
go.
go over there. Hit it. Hit the plinko.
though, while I'm
I'll do it.
Yeah. That's a police car in Manolis' dream.
give you
What'd
this?
you get? Number 7. Oh, no, don't take the number off the plinko board. I've got the envelope here. Number 7. All right, here we go. That Pat, Ralph, does he cause a lot of trouble on the set of Cork Screwed?
That's
Is that what he
he's there
does? He
for, yeah. Yeah.
monkeys with stuff?
Otherwise, it would be too easy.
It would be.
There might have been a minor Segway accident, but
Oh, yes. I
investigation
did see
is
the
still
video of
going
that.
on.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was actually, that became part of the opening.
Yes.
It did, yeah.
The Segway accident. Hey, let's use that.
Hey, a couple of months of therapy, we're right back on track.
You know what? Now, traditionally, we have stand-up comics in. You guys are funny guys, but you don't do a lot of stand-up comedy. However, I think we can make this work because the topic du jour is scariest moment on stage. But I will say to you guys, scariest moment in front of the camera. Scariest moment in front of the camera.
front of the camera. Well, we can't use the Segway.
Sure you can.
One.
Yeah, tell us about the segue because it forms the beginning of the show, the where the credits run, right, or the titling runs.
Yeah.
And it was an incident that was not planned but worked out wonderfully.
So basically, we have a different cool form of transportation for each episode arriving to the winery because that's just something in Niagara. You can go on a bus, you can go on a cab, you can go. So we had segways for one of the wineries. And the guy showed up. He was super accommodating, and we didn't have time to do the full tutorial, which is recommended for segways. And these are like the heavy duty. I want to say 4x4, but there's only 2 wheels, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But we did about a minute out of the 10-minute recommended tutorial. And for our first trek, we had to go down the escarpment and then come back up. So going down was pretty crazy. And it's like, you really, once you get it, but it's, you stand on your toes, you deliver the weight to your toes to go forward and deliver the weight to your heels to kind of stop. So
that
it's
would be something you'd want to get used to before you went down a hill.
It's not like anything you've done. So we go to the bottom of the escarpment and we're going up. We have someone kind of blocking the road off. And I'm a little bit too cocky. We're not going we go up the hill and we're about a foot away from each other. Things are going great. We're talking, looking at the winery. Our crew's about 100 meters ahead of us. And we see the director of photography going, get closer together. It's better for the shot. And Ralph says, don't go into me. And I crashed right into him.
Oh, right in.
And the next thing we know, plastic, wheels everywhere. We're doing rolls. We're dragged along the road. It was so intense. The crew turned off the camera, unfortunately, because we would have loved to have seen this.
Seen the mayhem afterwards, yeah.
And they run towards us. And so Ralph needed CPR from one of our grips. Thank you, Anthony.
Were there injuries?
Yeah, I mean, Pat still has.
Oh, your wrist is still all banged up. Oh my, he's taking his shirt off now. But is that part of the deal? Or
if you watch,
your shoulder.
Yeah, Pat got it on the shoulder. I got it on the hip. But if you watch,
yeah, he was going too far there.
If you watch episode 3, it's episode 3, right?
I totally blacked out. I can't remember.
So we're at Flat Rock Cellars. Anyway, the crash isn't in the episode, but we do arrive at the winery on these segways, and we had just had the crash. And so in the episode, we have helmets on, and Pat says, hey, can you help me take my helmet off? And it's kind of like an odd, intimate moment where I take his helmet off. Okay. It's like, oh, these guys are really good friends. But the truth is, he couldn't lift up his right arm. Oh. And he only realized it when he attempted to take his... So,
now you're already shooting.
And the cameras are rolling, the crew's all there, so I took his helmet off, and we made a bit out of it, and that's that. And we had to reset the shot so that they favored our left sides because our right sides,
all
my
banged
pant leg was all ripped off. I'm bleeding out of my knee. My hip was kind of, my pelvis was dislocated a little bit.
What a start.
And, it was brutal.
If our insurance company's listening, this is just all a joke.
We're kidding here.
Yeah, but we were doing about 40 kilometers an hour. So it's like
40?
So it's like going down the road and jumping out of your car.
I have certainly seen what footage they did present on. I think you guys showed it to me last time you were here, and it's a wicked crash. And you kind of go, the first thing you think is, wow, you guys really sold that. Good job.
My mom said, did you mean to do that? No,
nobody meant to do that.
But it was
very cool. That you can see that on the TV show Cork Screwed, which can be found on the 5 TV channel, channel number 1. If you have 5 TV, we're with Ralph and Pat from Cork Screwed. And Manolo Santano's scariest moment on stage. Manolis, go.
Mine's more of a fake one.
What?
Patrick Coppolino. We were at the Corktown, and so we videotaped it to see if we could get it go viral. And he faked getting someone get on stage because had a problem with him and stabbed them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I get, so in the shot, I jump in on stage and I pull the guy off of him for Patrick's safety.
Right.
And then what happened after that? I forget. In
the video?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the whole bar was in on it. So just people shrieking and screaming.
Right,
There's comics running on stage, tending to me. He's holding the guy who stabbed me back and stuff. And then we got a bunch of people, I think, to film it. and or
different
or
angles and stuff.
Maybe I can't remember. At least one that was prominent that it actually did go viral. The CBC reported it.
Oh wow!
The Hamilton police had to make an announcement like it was not.
This is not real.
And then I ended up on some Arizona news thing. Like they actually Skyped me in, and I can't remember what it was called.
Talk to you about being stabbed.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was. Well, no, it was. It's called Right This Minute. It's like they always do. Like they're on top of like viral videos and stuff.
Okay.
So the one anchor, he knew it was staged, but then he pranked the rest of his staff. So he played it for them live, and you see the rest of the staff freaking out. They're like, "Oh my god!" And then he goes, and then he reveals that I'm on Skype and I'm okay, and then I explain the whole thing. But
man,
yeah, some people. The weird thing that we've noticed, any kind of pranks we do like that, like we did another one of like a guy who was Manolis really upset about his haircut, so we made it look like he jumped off like the 20th floor of an apartment building. And then, but if you read the comments, people get mad that it's not real.
Right.
They're like, this is fake. That's stupid.
If it was real, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Because I jumped. Like, I hate my haircut. I'm going to end it. And it shows me, I threw my jacket off the building.
Right.
So it looks like a body. And then we cut it to me, like, getting up from the snow, like, oh, like I survived. I'm like, I guess it's not that bad. And then, but then Patrick's saying, like, everybody on the comments on YouTube were like just upset that I didn't die.
Horrible.
So with the knife, with the stabbing one, I was approached a few times that people were like, "You think that's funny?" And they actually wanted to stab me.
Oh wow! Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
He wants to us really
joke.
like.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Probably
crazy,
someone who's
eh?
been stabbed didn't find it funny, but
It's not funny to be.
It's not funny to be in a horrible, horrific accident with a. What were those things you were riding?
Segway.
Segway. A Segway accident. Speaking of Segways, Manola Centano's. Why don't you drop a Plinko puck, my friend? You're listening to Friday at 420. Number two. No, we haven't. Ralph de Groot, Pat Gagliardi from Cork Screwed, and as well Manola Centano's Patrick Capolino in the studio for another Friday at 420. And ooh, this is a long one. I don't know who wrote this one.
Oh, no. A lot of information.
Whoa. Well, this is interesting. Oh, look at Manolis gets all nervous.
Is it from an
You know what?
ex-girlfriend?
Listen, when I wrote this topic out, I thought, because I always run the topics in my mind. I don't always know who the guests are going to be. So I always think, how will Manolis react to this?
That's a good barometer.
And when I wrote this one out, I thought, I know what he's going to want to say, and we can't say that on the radio. Something you are interested in that surprises people. Something you are interested in that surprises. But when you meet people and you say, I'm interested, and they go, what? Really? I'd never pegged you for a porn guy. Wow. The Brazzers shirt didn't give it away.
Wait, something that I'm interested in?
Something that you're interested in that might surprise you. You're interested in gardening, or you're interested in, like, there's something, well, gardening is marijuana. That doesn't surprise me, so something you're interested in that surprises people.
Well, I don't know. I don't really tell people, but yeah, I love like shows about politics.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's.
I was a huge fan of Bill Maher's Politically Incorrect.
Right.
I watched probably all the seasons through
Right.
the years. I used to back then. I was still using a VHS. I had it set, so I just recorded it every night,
every episode.
Every
yeah.
episode, I'd watch that, and then I would watch. I still watch his new show. I love the Daily Show. I love the Colbert Report, but I don't like. He's okay. Still, his new show's nice, but I would if
You liked when he was playing that character.
Yeah, I liked it better then, and I just love.
So you're huge into politics.
I love politics. I know, and I even know.
And you don't do political humor.
No, but I do know what's going on.
You still use a VCR though, 100%.
Yeah,
So he doesn't know everything that's going on.
but people ignore me when they start talking about stuff like that. But
They
they're like,
assume you wouldn't.
You
Yeah.
come across delightfully uninformed.
delightfully uninformed. Is
I
gonna be
love
the
the way you put that, Ralph. That was fantastic.
That's gonna be the name of my next album.
delightfully
uninformed.
uninformed.
But I actually like. But there was it's because of Bill Maher. Before Bill Maher, I didn't like I didn't know I didn't know what a conservative and a Democrat was, and a Democrat is a liberal, and a conservative is a Republican.
Criminal.
I didn't know a criminal. I didn't know they were. And then now, like I caught on to like when you watch the news and someone's talking, and he's like, "Oh, this guy's working for the Republican, trying just to make the Democrats look bad. This guy's not biased." And you start to realize, like, you watch Michael Moore, and you see, like, yeah, he's also got an agenda, but I do like what he stands for. So I know what's going on. It's just
everybody has an agenda. Watch Cork Screwed.
Lunch is a big part of Michael Moore's agenda too.
What's that?
If you watch him a lot, lunch is a big part of Michael Moore's agenda.
Oh yeah, that guy's gotta
just food in general.
This guy's gotta get a gem, man.
That's exactly though a perfect answer for that question. That's exactly what I was looking for. Something that people just don't assume that you would be really interested in. So, Patrick Capolino, what surprises people when you tell them you are interested in this?
Well, we might be surprised to know that Manolis knows more about politics than I do.
Patrick is the one who's delightfully uninformed.
I honestly am not politically inclined at all. I don't follow politics.
And yet, again, right? I would have guessed
looks intelligent.
He's super intelligent, right?
Wow,
that is crazy, dude.
I don't know.
And so people start talking politics, and you're like,
I don't know what a conservative is. I don't know what a liberal is.
Don't really care.
No, I don't follow it at all.
That
I have
is
no
awesome,
opinion.
eh?
I got,
Isn't that interesting? All right. Well, that's a very good answer. We had those two guys covered.
I'll teach you.
I'll teach you. Manolis will take
See,
you.
it's a trait. He teaches me politics. I teach him how to read.
That's right. Ralph de Groot. I'm meeting you for the first time. What am I surprised that you're interested in?
I am a big car guy. I worked as a crewman on a racing team for years and years and years.
Wow!
Vintage racing cars.
like a serious cars. Yeah.
I've jumped the wall at Daytona and Watkins Glen and a Mosport here in Ontario.
And didn't get kicked out.
I jumped the wall like when the car comes
You're
in for
supposed to
pit
jump
stop.
the wall.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's really cool. Hey, that must be a really heady moment in time when that car is racing in. You're jumping the wall.
It's
like
pure
that adrenaline
yeah.
is just crazy, right?
I love it. I love it.
Get Pat's
I love
with
all
the,
of that stuff. Still.
Does he do the sound effects on the show as well?
Yes, he's like that
on
guy
Cork
from...
Screwed?
He's our Foley guy.
He does it all. That's very interesting. So huge car guy. Also as far as like just loving cars and like knowing all of. Do you read a lot about cars?
I used
and
to.
stuff?
That was my thing. I used to love reading Motor Trend and Road Track and going to the racetrack. And I haven't been involved. I did spend a couple of years doing a documentary about some vintage Porsches a couple of years ago, but that's as close as I got back into it.
Very cool. Big car guy.
Yeah.
Pat, what are people surprised that you are very interested in?
Not even an interest, but an obsession.
Oh, wow.
It's something you can see from this office here, from the studio.
Yeah.
It's the Niagara Escarpment. And I've just have this weird obsession. I love the topography of it. I love the geology of it. I love the waterfalls. I love that it expands from Niagara Falls to Tobermory and how it was created and the history and why we settled here. Like it's
Did not see that coming.
Did not see that coming.
Did not see that coming.
I love it.
You look delightfully uninformed as well, and I am surprised.
The terroir.
This plays well into Cork Screwed because, of
It
course,
does,
the escarpment has created really the wineries down there. I mean, as far as the valley, and I know because I went to a winery where they've started doing the wines up top and getting a totally different kind of wine, right?
For sure, yeah. And it's just a brief little thing from Cork Screwed.
Yeah.
The harder the wine plants work in the soil to get through and get the nutrients at the bottom is the better the fruit of the plant.
Oh, okay.
So the harder they work.
So they're creating sweat, and that sweat turns into grape juice.
Yeah.
It's kind of a metaphor for life.
Right.
Or Nike.
That is.
Can I say something? Can you tell them about the sheep?
Oh, yeah.
The sheep.
That's wild.
Well, we caught Ralph and what? What story? From the show.
No, I want to hear about that story.
It was so foggy. No.
Where do the sheep show up in the show?
And there's quite a few biodiverse wineries in the Niagara region, and they actually employ sheep to do some work. They do some de-leafing. So sheep, we didn't know this, but they don't eat round things. So
just round in general. Anything?
His eyes just glazed over. What do you mean?
I know. Yeah.
This is real, dude.
Yes,
it's real. So they'll put them out in the vineyard, and they eat the leaves off of the vines at around eye level, and that exposes the fruit to sunlight, so they don't get moldy.
Wow.
And they get the sun directly on the fruit, which makes them warmer, which makes them juicier, which makes the wine better. And but they can't reach the upper leaves, which the plants need for photosynthesis. So,
Okay.
these sheep are perfect, and then they poop. They poop in the vineyard. And
Yeah.
that fertilizes the plant too. So it's just a really, instead of using equipment and having tractors go through there, they just let the sheep go, and they'll give them a couple of days.
That's
to do a
amazing.
row, and then they'll ship them to
And
the
then
next
after
row.
you've harvested the grapes, the sheep can become great lamb chops. So
That's exactly
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
So it's a great pairing. It's a natural pairing.
it's a natural pairing with this wine. That is excellent. Whose turn is it to Plinko?
Capolino.
Patrick Capolino is at the Plinko board, ladies and gentlemen. He's about to drop the Plinko puck. Here goes the Plinko puck. It's going left. It's going right. It's going left. It's going right. It's going right. Going right. Going right. Number three. Number 3 on the Plinko board. We're playing Friday at 4:20 on this Friday afternoon. Hope yours is going very well. Patrick Capolino, this turns out to be a Christmas topic, perfect for this time of year. It is the Christmas season, unless you're listening to this being repeated in July. Christmas tree, real or fake? Go.
Oh, fake, and it's up all year round because I'm not putting it up again. I swear to God, it's been up. I have this fake tree. It's one of the 3 sections.
Yeah.
And I moved into the place I live now 4 years ago, and that year, my daughter, she was 2 or 3, and she, her and I were trying to put the tree up together, and it just kept falling apart, and then a piece broke. So then I had to take the middle part out, so it was just the base and the top. but then that snapped too. So now it's just the top of the tree. So it's totally like a Charlie Brown thing. And once I finally got it, I'm like, I'm not touching this again. So it's been up for the last 3 Christmases, and it's up all year round.
It stays lit all year round, or do you turn the lights on as a special?
Mostly-
Yeah, the decorations are on it, but the lights aren't plugged in.
Yeah, mostly Patrick just gets lit.
But it's
That's an awesome story, and you're just not touching
people
it again.
come over in July. They're like, "Why is your Christmas tree up?"
I can't touch it because there's only one part left to break,
Yeah, exactly.
and then you'd have to buy a new one.
Aren't they always harping on us to have that Christmas cheer all year round? And you're doing it. You're living it. Just living it.
He never has to
Pat.
never has to decorate it again. Never has to get the string of lights out again. That's actually a fantastic plan. Manolo Santanos, real or fake Christmas tree for you, my friend?
Fake, and my dad I was probably 15 or 16 years old, and I said my dad didn't do it anymore, wouldn't decorate it, my mom wouldn't decorate it, so I had to decorate it. And I would say every year, I'm like, Pete, my brother, let's do it together. I don't it turned into a job at that point. I didn't want I didn't want to decorate this tree. Right, it's a lot of work to decorate a tree. It's not it is if you do it right. It's not going to be 2 minutes.
No.
Right? So 2 minutes. I'm
2-minute tree decoration. Actually, Patrick's could be done in 2 minutes.
Over 2 minutes.
I'm thinking about other things that take 2 minutes for me.
There you go. It's not that fast.
So I told him this one year, I decided I'm not doing it, dude. We bring the tree up, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. It's like, you're doing it this year. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And it's like a day before Christmas. No, I'm not doing it. He's like, okay. Christmas Day, there's nothing on the tree except tinsel from the year before. That's it.
That's so sad.
What a great Christmas.
That makes my heart bleed.
Your mom and
That's
dad
what-
were okay with that?
Well, that was the year Christmas died.
So it lives year round at Patrick's, and it's dead at your house.
At least Manolis can go over and visit it. Ralph de Groot, you're an outdoorsy looking fella. Yeah,
I am.
real or fake, my friend?
I'm an outdoorsy kind of guy, and I have a fake tree.
Okay,
and
of course you do.
I'll do you one better. So we set up the tree, I think, on Friday night, just this past weekend.
Okay.
Because we're recording this in December.
Yeah.
And so we set up the tree, we put the 3 pieces together, and they had the pre-lit. It's a pre-lit Christmas tree.
Oh,
so you
yes, I
plug
have
it in
one.
the wall. 3/4 of the bulbs are out.
Oh no!
So I just dragged the whole thing out in the back deck,
Pitched
went
it.
to Canadian Tire, picked up a new one, plopped it together, and then the kids had something to decorate.
That is awesome. See, and my wife said to me, because we have a pre-lit tree, and it's like this is its 3rd year, and she said, "What happens when the bulbs go?" And I go, "I think the whole thing goes."
That's exactly what happened.
That's what exactly.
You can have my tree if you want another one.
Yes, it's just got some tinsel on it.
Yeah, well, if you're not using it, yeah.
Pat, what about you, brother? What are you doing? Real or fake? Come on,
like
there's got to be one
Christmas
real
tree.
guy.
I like my breasts. Real.
Yeah.
Real tassels.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yes.
That's true Christmas. The smell of it.
Tassels on the Christmas tree. Really?
That being said, I don't actually have a home, so I enjoy real Christmas trees in other people's homes.
That's the best
preferably,
kind.
yeah.
They have to pick up the needles afterwards.
Exactly.
So, excellent. All right. Ralph, you're up on the Plinko board. Go. You're up to bat, brother.
You can.
Here we go.
If you decorate my tree, you can stay over.
With tassels.
I'll take you up on that.
You put tassels on Manolis' tree, and other stuff's going to happen.
4.5.
I got 4, and I got 4 again.
You got 4. What about the number above it?
10 above it.
10. Yeah, there you go.
10.
That's all right.
10.
All right.
Once we burn out the bottom number, we go to the top number. Here we go. Oh, another Christmas topic. It's like it's a Christmas show.
Holy jolly.
Pat Gagliardi, everybody. All right.
honestly,
Beautiful job, man.
That's
that was
why
nice.
we keep them around.
That, and you know what? I'd keep him around just for that.
If you live in Stony Creek, expect that at your door looking for some cash this Christmas.
Let's go. Cash. We want some cash if I'm singing for you.
Cash.
Favorite Christmas special? Ralph de Groot, go.
Oh.
Favorite Christmas special? When you were a kid, as an adult, I don't care. Elf.
It's got to be Elf.
The movie Elf.
It's gotta be
Fantastic
Elf.
movie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And
Although I live in St. Catharines, which is where they shot A Christmas Story, or parts of it, where the kid licks the flagpole.
oh, right, yes,
that
the Christmas
school
story.
is right down the road from my house.
Okay.
And,
That's
but
another classic.
So that was my favorite. Sorry if I took one of your guys' answers.
No,
Yeah.
isn't the house?
But it's Elf now.
The house is in Halifax, right?
The house is Halifax or Chicago? I'm not
Cleveland.
sure. Cleveland?
Cleveland.
It's
What?
in Cleveland.
Oh no, it takes place in Cleveland, right?
Yeah, but the actual house, they sold it in Cleveland.
Oh, I thought it was in Halifax. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
But the school is in St. Catharines, and Ralphie is in Elf.
He is.
Did you know that?
What
Yeah.
No.
character is he in
He's,
Ralph?
he's
In
in
Elf?
the North Pole, and he's Santa's right-hand man. And
Oh,
he's the
right.
one who, yeah, he has to let Will Ferrell's
a little
character.
nod to Christmas Story in Elf. I'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
and of
it's
course,
a little
your
bit of
name's
trivia.
Ralph.
And my name
Ralphie.
is Ralph. So that's why I'm, I notice these things.
A little partial to that.
Yeah, it's Ralph's. We have to stick together.
I've searched my whole life for the leg lamp from A Christmas Story because I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Go on eBay.
Do they go? Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to your daughter. She can get anything on eBay, whatever you need. Pat Gagliardi, what do you got?
Oh, love Jim Carrey. Love The Grinch.
Oh,
the
Jim Carrey's
music in
Grinch.
it.
Fantastic.
That one though specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a fantastic.
And the song with the little girl.
Yeah.
Wow, some great music in there too. Yeah.
The kicker for the Ticats, he's from St. Catharines. His name is Liram Hairulahu. And I always had trouble saying that as the stadium announcer. So before I said his name, every time I would go, Hairulahu, Hairu. That's how I remembered it. Hairulahu, right from the Grinch, right? Manolis Santanos, favorite Christmas special. Just before Christmas died in your house, what were you watching?
Pulp Fiction. No.
Die Hard.
Chevy Chase, National Lampoon's one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Christmas
a
movie.
classic.
That's okay.
That is
Christmas
classic.
Vacation.
When the guy that comes over, his what is his
Boss?
The,
No,
his
his
aunt,
Randy,
'cause-
his brother.
is that his brother?
Yeah.
But he's emptying his septic tank into the sewer.
That's a very Christmassy moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made you cry a little, eh?
There's
Teared
so
up.
many good scenes in that
There are.
movie.
That was certainly one of the classics,
Didn't
right?
the cat die on that one?
Yeah, because it chewed through the light cord.
The light
Yeah.
cord.
And that's what I was thinking about when you described your Christmas. I just imagine
That's why I
that
like it
setting.
so much.
Just like
Clark, we would have called, but I wanted it to be a surprise.
Patrick Capolino, favorite Christmas special of all time.
No, mine have all been said. I'm like, okay, maybe this one, and then someone else said it. No, I like, Die Hard is probably.
Die Hard,
I make
Die Hard.
sure I watch that every year. Yeah.
That is,
is-
In and Out voted the number one Christmas movie in the America. They are voted. It's the most popular Christmas movie year in and year out.
And this year, so I have Die Hard, and I've been joking that it's a Christmas movie to my stepson. He's dying to see it.
Yeah.
And I promised him this year. So that's what he's looking for Christmas more than anything else is to watch Die Hard.
Christmas
He's
Eve.
So excited.
Watch Die Hard.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So that's what we're going to do.
Cork Screwed has a Christmas special. You not yet? We haven't done that
We
yet.
have ice wine special.
We're shooting
Oh,
an
an
Ice
ice
Wine
wine.
episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
when are you doing that?
Whenever the harvest is, but probably around December 22nd we'll be shooting.
Okay, because for those who don't know, the ice wine, they wait for it the deep freeze. They need the deep freeze.
There has to be several deep freezes below -8, and so when that fourth or fifth deep freeze happens, they give us a call and say we're going out there and we got to be ready to go. So we look at the weather, and they're expecting December 22nd, but it could be the 18th, it could be the 25th.
So when you go out, you guys are going to get some shots of sort of what the frozen grapes on the vine look like, and then start going through that process, how they take that.
You don't know what to expect.
You don't even know what to
You
expect.
have no clue.
This episode of the Ice Wine episode, though, will be in season 3?
It'll be in season 2.
Season 2? I gave you an extra season. You didn't want to grab that?
Well,
okay.
That'll come.
Extra episodes in season 2, though?
Yes. So
right?
10 episodes, and we can shoot throughout the year. Last year, we had to shoot in the summer.
Okay.
This year, we can shoot ice wine. We can shoot, there's some
planting.
Yeah, there's stuff in the spring. There's stuff in the summer. Then there's the big Grape and Wine Festival in Niagara.
Oh, yeah. It's
the end of October, or the end of September, sorry. So we're going to be able to shoot that. The parade. We can do late harvest. So there's a whole, we're shooting all year long. So it's going to be fantastic.
Pat, go up to the Plinko board one more time.
All right.
Very quickly. We just can squeeze in one more topic if everyone's really fast.
You do the sound.
Somebody do the sound. You landed on 7.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, we got 7 before. What's the one above it?
12.
12. All right, here we go.
12
Really
days.
quickly. We're running out of
12 days of
time.
Christmas.
Everybody, we're running out of time. Your worst crutch. And by crutch, I mean like a word that you say all the time. I got a friend of mine says 100% all the time. You're talking to him and you're telling him a story and he's like 100%. 100%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, worst crutch. Something you say all the time, something that you always fall back on.
I think it's just bad grammar.
Just bad grammar.
I actually got called out in a meeting recently about bad grammar and spelling.
That's all right, yeah.
And I have to go to a seminar.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Because you shave the words,
You're
right?
talking with these big people, CEOs and stuff. You have to be able to. It's like, I don't care. Let's just get the message across.
Yeah, I don't need you, CEO.
Yeah.
Oh, that was wrong. Bad
Apparently,
grammar.
you can't capitalize the middle letter. I don't know.
Ralph de Groot, crutch. Something you say all the time. Something that drives you
Over and above.
Over and above. Nice.
Yeah.
Really? Excellent.
When someone has exceeded my expectations, which is Pat on
I've
the
never
daily.
heard that actually.
Hey, Pat.
He's gone over and above.
Over and above.
Over and above. Manolo Santanos.
Dude.
What?
I'm like, I say the word dude too much. Even like, if I've people, dude, everybody will be like, a friend, if they'll text me, he's like, oh my God, Russell Peters is like so-and-so. I'm like, oh, tell him I say hi. They just want a reason to say hi to him. And he goes, oh, I'm friends with Manolos. And Russell will go, dude, hey,
You know what?
dude.
The only thing is, though, I would say, because I understand what you're saying, but I would say you have owned dude. You've taken dude to a level beyond crutch. And you now own the word dude. You've texted me literally just the word dude, and I know who it is immediately.
Yeah. Dude. There's nothing better than the word dude.
You own dude. Patrick Coppolino?
If you finish saying something to me and I go, that's crazy.
It means you weren't listening.
I didn't hear a single thing you said.
You've
crazy.
said that to me a lot.
I say it to everybody.
Oh, man. You never heard a word I said. That's crazy. Probably. That's crazy. Right, dude?
Duly noted.
Right, dude?
Dude, you said that to me.
Oh, it's been so great hanging out with you guys again. Pat Gagliardi, Ralph de Groot. The show is called Cork Screwed. Up for a sec. When would we see the first episode of season 2 get uploaded? Right now, you can go on and see season 1 on 5.
It would be September 1.
Well, that's a long way.
You got to wait a little while. But we've got a radio show coming up as well. We'll give you more details of that, so that'll fill in. How
can we follow you guys on the social medias?
Corkscrew.ca, at Corkscrew TV on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. I don't know just look for Corkscrew.
Okay.
You'll see us.
At Corkscrew TV.
At Corkscrewed TV on social media. That's the way to follow Ralph and Pat. Thank you so much.
I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Canada Day.
Oh, excellent. Yes, just depending on when it airs. Excellent. That's nice. You covered it all, my friend. Good job. You went over and above there. Yes. Manolis, how am I following you on social media?
Manolis Santanos on anything. If you see me in public, just say hi.
Or dude.
Or dude.
Or dude. Just say dude.
Patrick Coppolino?
At Real Russell Peters.
Real Russell Peters. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition of Friday at 420. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you hanging out with us. And until we get a chance to talk to you again in 7 days, I'm Mike Neighbors. Thanks for listening to Funny 820, and have an awesome weekend.
Good weekend.
Do the noise.